morning. I wrote a to-do list yesterday night, and honestly I don't think I can finish this for today. I have to finish my homework, a report, and I want to write a letter to Laura because it's almost Christmas time. So before I left Denmark and coming back to Macau, she was proposing this idea that we should write each other physical letter and send them off to each other. There's more warmth in a physical letter than just texting. And then she got such a healthy relationship with her phone that she never replies my text messages. Like, I know she's seen my messages. I saw 2 blue ticks in WhatsApp, but she just never replies. Yeah, so I'm gonna write her a letter. Like, I've been putting this off since I came back. I came back in August. It's now December. Whoa, my hair is so curly today. I think because it's from the heat from the hair treatment I did yesterday at home. Yeah, and then, oh, I did one of the thing on the list. I just booked my hotel for my upcoming trip. And I was also figuring my trip, how do I get to the destination I want to go, and how do I get to the airport from my home. I couldn't recall myself taking the public transportation from my home to Macau airport because I always have someone to drive me, but then this time my dad is not free to drive. He got very lucky to be chosen to walk in the Batmanhang on Sunday. Yeah, so my flight is like sometime around that time, and he couldn't make it to drive me. And I want to send a letter out that I wrote for Laura, but the problem is I've never sent a letter out in my entire life. I don't even know where's the post office in Macau. How does it work? How much is the stamp? But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be pricey because it's Denmark. Like everything in Denmark is pricey. And I want to edit a video that I filmed yesterday. Clean my room, especially clean my desk, because look, these are the stuff from my bag that I came back from the Philippines that I just put here, mainly snack, and this lemongrass oil. And then I got this heat thing, you know, for your stomach pain, my diary, my iPad, and these are all the journals that I've written and I want to store it in somewhere. And also this book I got from the Philippines that there's like nice messages from everyone from the Philippines. And everything here should goes to this shelf. And I emptied this part out, and here's all the stuff that I empty out. And it's crazy to look at all these work and books and textbook that I've ever owned because I don't have much memory of them. And I was flipping through the work that I did, and I was like, oh, I got pretty high marks, like 80 something. I would consider as high mark. What's this? Is this plastic? I thought it's like a piece of pistachio left. It's like, it's the color of pistachio. And look, I have like Portuguese homework from Ipor, which is when I was in Form 6. It's like 5 years ago. Yeah, I understand when I read it, but I don't think I can write something like this now. I haven't touched Portuguese in so long. Eu acho que no futuro de Macau haverá mais turistas e habitantes como nestes poucos anos. Só poucas pessoas podem visitar Macau por causa da pandemia. Então, quando a fronteira reabrir, I got this notes from Wine Study. I was like, what's viticulture? All activities happen in vineyard. Grape growing. Growing grape, 5 steps. Nutrients, water, sunlight, carbon dioxide, and temperature. Nurturing and planting vines. Harvest by hand is 1 and by machine is 40. So 1 to 40. I mean the efficiency. Then I have like all these diagrams I drew for wine studies, all these notes which I have no memory. I gave everything back, but I also paid my tuition. What's this? Marketing? When did I study marketing? Financial management. I don't even know this company, and I did a report on this company. China Unicom. Okay. Profitability ratio, liquidity ratio, market value ratio. Yo, I literally have no memories. And I even had like homework from my secondary school. It's crazy. But I feel like my handwriting haven't changed throughout the years. Gosh, I remember this. This is like first class in my Portuguese class in Ipoh, and I was having mental breakdown because I don't know the grammar, like the preposition and stuff. I was just taking a wild guess and I always guess it wrong. It was so hard. And then I felt that grade. I remember I retake that level of Portuguese. I was spending so much time studying Portuguese because I thought I would pursue like a bachelor degree in Portugal, but then it didn't work out in the end. Like I didn't pass the interview, and like yeah, here I am in Macau. But yeah, I'm still grateful for staying in Macau. To be honest, like leaving Macau to go abroad and study, I don't think I'm ready by the age of 18. I still feel like a kid when I was 18. But when I was 20, like right before I left to Canada, I was packing here, right? I filmed a video about it. I remember saying that I felt ready leaving. Like I feel like I'm this bird, I'm ready to leave the nest by the age of 20. Yeah, but I grew a lot in the past year just from being away from home. And I was just wondering how staying in Macau in this comfort zone, it's kind of limiting my growth. And I was telling my mom too, like Macau is such a comfort zone that I'm so comfortable in here and I love my bed. I am so lazy to plan a trip too. Yeah, but I know if I want to grow, I need to leave Macau. That's why I just keep pushing myself to get out of Macau when I have time. This is a notebook from P4. From P4, I was in P4C. So this is like, I don't know how to do the years, like 2, 6, 8, 8 plus 5, 8 plus 5, 13 years ago. I don't think they have these notebook now. They all use iPad. But I just love writing in physical notebook. Even my diary. My mom's friend, when we go on trips and they were saying like, oh, you still do your homework in physical paper? I'm like, no, it's my diary. Look how much like I treasure my notebook that I even have like this plastic cover over it. It was such a thing back then in high school or even in primary school. Like they try to protect the textbook and notebook. They want you to put a plastic cover over it. And I remember like first week of school, I would just come back and have to put plastic cover all over my book. And I feel like this is just such a Asian thing because we try to protect this notebook or this textbook and pass it to the next grade, or we can sell in a bit lower price, but then you can at least get some money back. I've never seen people in foreign country does this. I remember like using my cousin's textbook because we were a year or two apart, and I would see all her answers in the exercise and I don't have to do my homework. And I remember visiting my cousin's home, another cousin's home, and my aunt would be there like erasing all the pencil marks from his sisters when he reused the textbook so he doesn't have to answer. But like you could see the pencil mark, it's there. But it's just, you know, for the teacher to see, oh, there is no answer on the book. I have a whole list of definition of cash flow. A flexible budget is ABCD. Like, I don't even know the answer. I returned everything, honestly. Oh my gosh, I remember this. I was having like so much trouble. Financial accounting, like my balance sheet was never balanced. And by one point, my professor was helping us to balance our balance sheet because I kept bothering her. I still remember we did a project and then we have to imagine we have a company and then our company is called Terrific. Like tea, our company sells tea flavor cakes and it's like Terrific, and then I changed the name to Terrific. Oh, I think I'm gonna keep this. I got this cocktail recipe. I need to do restaurant and then I have like cocktail exam. It was like 20 cocktails and I remember during exam time, so like we have two groups and I finished my cocktail exam and then we switch, so I go to the restaurant and then I bump into one of my classmates, so we pick our cocktail exam, which cocktail you're gonna make before you separate into groups. And I bump into this classmate and she was like, bro, what's the garnish for this cocktail? And I'm like, orange. And then she was like, thank you. Yeah, or else she won't pass her cocktail exam. Oh my, I just realized I'm humming Christmas songs. Christmas is one of my favorite holidays, but I don't feel the Christmas vibe in Macau. It's kind of sad. There isn't much decorations in Macau. When I was in Philippines, they were playing Christmas music in November, but it was like hot. Like my memory of Christmas should be cold and then wintry, but their Christmas is like hot. They don't have winter over there, so it feels a bit weird to feel Christmas vibe with Christmas trees and decoration around, but it's hot. But Australian, they spend Christmas in the summer too. I wonder how does it feel to not have a cold Christmas, because Christmas always correlates to winter to me. The big boss. I took A-level business, and then we were told that we have to draw a diagram to connect all the chapters and the textbook. And here's my one. This is so iconic. I remember spending hours doing this. And I don't remember anything about this too, but I'm gonna keep this because it's such a memory. I spent so much time doing it and then using different colors of markers. Yeah, but honestly, after I draw this diagram, I remember everything from my textbook, the main points. And I remember like giving so much effort into this diagram. My handwriting was like so good. I try not to mess up every single word and not use correction tape. Is this like a folder of memory? It's like I have my diary from the first ever one. This is my first ever diary. I started writing like very simple bullet points, and then now I write essays and stories. 8 diaries in here. 4 more here. Yes. So each of them I put like a number in here so I know the order of the dates. This is the notebook I got from a dollar store in Canada. And like I wrote so much in here. And I was having a great time reading it when I was in Finland because I have nothing to do. I was rereading what my life was in Vancouver and some part of the experience that I don't even have memories. I'm like, whoa, refreshing my memories. This would be number 9. For these 3 notebooks I got from Finland. These are the cheapest notebook I can find in Finland. Gosh, I don't know why our notebooks so expensive in Finland. This is like €3. Some of them is just like this and it's like 12 euros. This is insane. Like spending 12 euros, which is 120 MOP on a notebook. It's crazy. I can only spend like 12 RMB on a notebook, and I also call it expensive too. 12 RMB. I can get it for less than 10. Cover is kind of like, you know, boring. So I had so much time in Finland that I did a vision board on them. To be honest, I feel like a lot of them came true, and it's insane how they came true. I've been living my dream life, honestly. This vision board is a mix of something not yet happening and already happened. So it's like a mix as if everything has already happened. This one I started it when I was in Denmark back in August. This book is from August to November, but I didn't have time ever since I come back to Macau to do another vision board. So this is blank. You can tell a lot have happened in the past year when I wrote so many. I found another stack of notes from my Form 6 statistics past papers. That's how thick this is. I've done a lot of study, you know. I was a good student. Not like A-star student, but decent. Like average little. I got a report from Form 2. Lee Harvey Oswald assassinated JFK. He acted alone, therefore there's no conspiracy. I remember this is my first ever report. I've never written so much words until like Form 2. And I was so proud of myself for writing so much words, I remember. Yeah, but now like these are like just a couple of pages of words. Like I've been doing thesis and like this is easy peasy for me right now. Thank you for spending time to dig through my memory hole for my secondary and primary education.
Hey, baby. 你超咁寫我，因為敷緊 mask，我個口擘唔大。maximum， 好甜喎。
仲有一個。
你攞半個煮咩啊？
煮排骨。
蘋果洋葱排骨。點解加蘋果嘅？
如果塊肉啊，我知我哋炆上次咪整牛展咁咯。
好甜。 太 hungry 所以食緊菜，跟住煎塔沙。點解塔沙要塔沙嘅？佢啲沙上面塌下。
我點知啊？啲狗屎，不嬲啲人都係叫塔沙，咪沙塔咩？
跟住呢個係 onion apple and 排骨，跟住呢個有飯 and 魷魚肉餅。
撐關係嗰時冇。
係啊，唔係塔沙咁啊！見到呢個薑，我哋拼多多買㗎啦。It's crazy。多啲葱啦，最中意食葱。個靚女讚我點解咁聰明，因為我中意食。
靚女係豉油婆嚟，我覺得佢成日話自己唔係。
靚女翻工好開心㗎啦，好 enjoy 份工作啦。
靚女翻工好似開 P 咁啊！
咪一邊去做 WeChat channel 啲短視頻，一邊喺度賣菜同埋俾葱咯，跟住得閒傾下偈。
講下你點樣揀菜，講下你點樣揀花，跟住咧就翻咗新貨，翻咗紙張啦，剛做咧就叫你買紙張，跟住買菇，呢啲個菇好食啊，好新鮮啊咁。
人哋叫專業 sales 咯，可以寫喺 CV 度。Boy, if you don't want to wash dishes, just eat from the pan. Left over from lunch.
哇！我想諗，我唔知入唔入味咧。
好鹹嘅味啊，豉油味啊。
試下。
豉油味啊？
未啊，太熱啦，唔算。
聞落去似洋葱豬扒。哇，好腍啊！
有冇味啊？
爭啲。
爭啲啊！
聽日會好食啲。你睇下嚿肉咁搣開可以。
呢個咧都唔係好靚嘅排骨，真正嘅排骨佢賣晒。
呢個真正排骨，呢個假排骨。
係啊，呢個係唔係排骨嗰邊個位置，肋骨嗰邊，呢個軟骨嗰邊。
你買個假排骨去。你下次整肉骨茶。
骨茶點整啊？
唔知喎。咁上次我去我 friend 屋企咧，肉骨茶買個湯包翻嚟，跟住切啲蒜頭去，跟住揼啲豬肋骨落去，唔係揼啲排骨落去，跟住就肉骨茶，幾好味。
咁就首先買肉骨茶嘅湯包先，首先上拼多多先。
係，今日又要 shopping。Every day 要 shopping。
你唔覺得 every day 收咗禮物好開心一拆出嚟？
收到禮物，因為就係 online shopping 嘅嗰個期待感去到你屋企嘅，終於到啦！你要拆嗰個禮物㗎啦。
係啊，咁就係拆衫，拆衫真係意思未到。
你嘅意思未到啊？
嗯。啲拆沙要白皮輪咧，或者粗輪拆沙先煎好食。嗰日買啲金邊拆沙就蒸好食。
I spent the afternoon for like 40 minutes and I wrote a letter to Laura. 2 A4 paper. I wrote on both sides, so it's like 4 pages. I also learned from YouTube how to fold an envelope, and I would put this letter in here. And then I'll send it off. But I don't want it to be so blank. So I am planning to draw something on it. I got this inspo from 小红书. Not the greatest drawer, so from what I learned in school, you do this, turn on the brightness, and then you copy. I decided to go with Christmas theme, but I'm actually not sure if the letter is gonna arrive before Christmas. If not, it's okay. I don't think she minds. I feel like this is deja vu. I just did this to Crystal last year, also around this time. I think I'm done. Not the best, but I think it's close enough. It's a bit of different because this person drew it on a cardboard paper, which is like those hard type of paper, and this is just an A4 paper. This would do. It's pretty cute. Like, is this Jellycat? Jellycat Christmas tree. I hope it doesn't get messed up when I send the letter. It won't be like wet and stuff. The last thing is writing my name. Pen. I don't know how to spell her last name. Okay, I was right. I wrote from sket because sket means like honey, baby in Danish. We were joking around because she was talking on the laptop with her boyfriend when we were in Canada. And then Laura kept calling him Sket. So I thought Sket it's her boyfriend's name. But then actually Sket means honey. And I started calling her boyfriend Sket too. And then they were laughing. I'm like, why is it so funny? Yeah, so now I learned this word. Sket means honey in Danish. Or like baby, you know, my dear. Perfect! Sticker that I bought from I don't know how many years ago, and I finally put to use. Let's do a yellow one. I like yellow. Or should we do a polka dot one? It's more festive. Yeah, let's do a polka dot one. Oh my gosh, so cute! Oh my goodness. I'm so proud of myself. Address for the letter for Laura. It's funny how I'm trying to not mess up the spelling. And the more you try it, the more you write around. I'm gonna send it out tomorrow if I have a free time because I have a whole day planned for tomorrow. If not, I would do it the day after tomorrow, or else I won't have time to do it because I'm leaving Macau soon. Okay, so what am I grateful for today? I'm grateful for, you know, the clip that my mom was cutting up the apple, giving the apple to me, and then my mouth was like, couldn't open because I had my face mask on. And then she chopped it into little pieces. It reminds me of back in high school, my dad would wake up in the morning and cut up fruits for me for snack. Taking it for granted throughout my high school year until I realized it's such a privilege to have someone to cut you some fruits in the morning. Someone just peel the apple and cut you some apple for snack. It's something that you don't get when you live alone, and then you realize these tiny moments are so precious until you left home and then you come back and then you see all these tiny moments that you took it for granted differently. Yes, and then for today's to-do list, I had 6 things. I completed 3. I didn't do my homework. This is like the most I've been putting it off because I don't want to do it, but I have to, or else I have to do it during my vacation. I don't want that to happen. I wrote my letter. Yeah, I did. And then I booked my hotel for my vacation. I did. And then I didn't send out the letter because it was raining today. It was so cozy today. Like, it was I haven't heard the rain for so long. In Finland, it's always snowing and I never hear the rain. It's kind of contradicting. Like, I like it to be raining, but at the same time, I feel very demotivated and like very fatigued, very tired when it's gloomy. It's such a stay in, sleep in day, but I enjoy the rain so much. But at the same time, I want to feel like happy to go out. And then I also didn't edit the video. Maybe I would do it now after I end this video. I kind of cleaned my desk. Not really clean, I just put the stuff back on the shelf. I've been putting this off for like 3-ish months. Yeah, it's not like the cleanest, but you know, my desk is never clean, just as my previous roommate in Canada said, everything else could be clean except my desk. It doesn't look clean, but everything is like reachable, you know the places. Yes, and I will call it for the day. Goodbye.